Hey everyone, this is the fourth video in the series 90's Nostalgia, and what I have here is the franchise from video games to toys to action movies called Mortal Kombat, and originally started as an arcade game, the original Mortal Kombat, with a select few characters and level settings to do one-to-one combat, and it was entertaining at the time, being able to play a fighting game in which you could do just the basic martial arts moves like punches and kicks and throws and blocks and different types of combos and counters, but also new special abilities that were pretty unique at the time, such as being able to freeze opponents, use a type of grappling rope to pull opponents towards yourself, to shoot fireballs, and there was several games at the time that were similar, but this was kind of unique, and the characteristic dragon figure is prevalent in most of the early Mortal Kombat, and I think even now that the franchise is still running, they still use that characteristic dragon figure as the representation of the franchise. And what I have here at the top is the sequel to the original Mortal Kombat game. The original game was in the arcades, and it came out on some select few game systems, and this one is in Mortal Kombat 2. It came out on the Sega Genesis. The one I have, at least, is for Sega Genesis. This is a game cartridge. Plug it in and you play. It had a few more characters that were playable compared to the original, and it also had a new boss at the end of the game. It had, well, with the new characters, there are new abilities and some different game settings. From this one came Mortal Kombat 3 after that. I don't have that one. But what I do have is the Mortal Kombat Ultimate 3, which was kind of an upgrade over the third Mortal Kombat game, and it had more characters to play, more levels to fight in, and more bosses. And I think by this time you could do 1-on-1 or 2-on-2, and that was pretty fun. Eventually it upgraded to being able to do 8 players versus 8 players, so it's like kind of a marathon of fights. And after Mortal Kombat 3 Ultimate, I got this thing. I had played Mortal Kombat Trilogy before, but when I saw this, I thought this would be similar, but this is just a handheld game, so the quality is definitely lower. It has some black and white characters. The animation is not that great, but it's a great portable Mortal Kombat game. You can only play this on here, Mortal Kombat. Select few characters, basic buttons, and the D-pad. And then after that, I eventually did get the Mortal Kombat Trilogy. This was for the PlayStation. This green strip means it was kind of out in the market for a while, so the price had dropped because it's been out for I think a year or so, and so I got it on a lower price. And this one at the time was very exciting to play because this was the most advanced Mortal Kombat to come out at the time. It had plenty of characters to play, plenty of levels to fight in, more characters, more abilities. You can do 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 8-on-8, tournament style. It had some cheat codes that you can use where you can do low health, damage, recovery of the health, and instant aggressor, one-button fatalities. And you could definitely play the boss level, or the boss characters in this game as well. That was fun. And a slew of characters to choose, plenty of abilities to try out, and combinations of moves to do, and that one was pretty exciting at the time. Mortal Kombat Trilogy for the PlayStation 1, and also it came out for the Nintendo 64. That was at the time something very fun to play. And from these games also emerged the action movies, the live action movies. There was a few cartoon movies, I think, before then, but at the time, the live action movies were something that we as kids had anticipated and look forward to watching, seeing our favorite franchise video game come alive on the big screen. That was definitely entertaining and fun experience. Even though now, looking back, you can definitely notice how bad the quality was, CGI was, and the dialogue, storyline is just so basic. This is what you come to expect from a live action video game movie. But being a kid and seeing that on the big screen, definitely plenty of excitement. I definitely enjoyed it. Got watched it a few times in theaters or on the VHS at home. Try to recreate some of the fight sequences with friends and family. Definitely fun. And this game franchise is kind of violent, definitely, and gory. So you might want to look into that if you never tried it before. You might want to look into either turning off the blood settings if the violence is over the top, and maybe not worry about the fatality parts or the finishing moves. They can get pretty graphic. And at the bottom of the screen, this is just an action figure, very small, but has some decent articulation in the joints, legs, hands, and there's a spring in the arm that kind of makes it do like a little martial arts move. One of the ninja characters, which were, I think, one of the favorites for many people, the ninja characters. There's plenty of them, different colors, same look pretty much, but different colors. And yeah, this was one of the action figures from way back then, way back when. And here it is, everything I have Mortal Kombat, from Mortal Kombat. Definitely enjoy this as a kid, the game, the movies, the action figures, and the franchise in general. Here's some footage of the gameplay of Mortal Kombat Trilogy, a PS1 game. It was the successor to Mortal Kombat Ultimate, which was also a successor to Mortal Kombat 3. So it goes in this order: Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat 3, and then Mortal Kombat 3 Ultimate. And this came after it. And pretty much the gameplay all the way up until, I believe, Mortal Kombat 4 was pretty much standardized. They had the basic moves: high punch, low punch, high punch, low punch, high kick, low kick, high kick, low kick, block, run, and then low punch from a crouch, uppercut from a crouch, sweep, and then hook kick. And most of the characters, they had one or two special moves. This is Rain, one of the ninja characters. His special move is the lightning, and also this energy ball. But each of the characters, they pretty much had something along those lines. Two special moves, the same combination of buttons, pretty much. For example, the lightning is back, high punch, and then the energy ball is down, forward, low punch. And maybe what separates the characters is maybe some of their combos, such as when you jump and then start pushing the punching buttons. With this one, he does a few 3-hit combos. And he also has a special move where when he does the actual hook kick, it sends the opponent flying across the stage. So his hook kick sends it flying across the stage. And they could also do throws too. So pretty basic gameplay. Let me show you another character. This is one of the cyborgs, Cyrax. They all have the same standardized moves: high punch, low punch, high kick, low kick, sweep, hook kick. Except his hook kick doesn't go like the ninjas where it goes back to front. It's more like a roundhouse. Let's see it. Roundhouse. Uppercut, low punch, throw, block, run. And his special moves, back low kick. Yeah, that's it. So his special move is to send that net to grab opponents. And there's a 3-hit combo or 2-hit combo right there. And he has something else too, the bomb. Short distance bomb. And long distance bomb. So you can think of all sorts of little ways to combine all the moves and then can make the gameplay a little bit more exciting. But here's some clips from the original, the first Mortal Kombat live action movie.